Today, we're going to uncover a secret history that's actually hiding in plain sight. We're going to explore the incredible, lasting influence of Mughal architecture, and I think you're going to be surprised by how it's shaping the world you see every single day. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked at a modern building, maybe a big government office or a fancy hotel, and just felt that some parts of it feel timeless? Well, there's a really good reason for that. It's because many of those designs are literally centuries old.
And that's what we're here to do, to find that history that's hidden all around us. We're going to decode a design language that has been shaping our cities for generations.
Okay, so our story kicks off way back in the 16th century. For the next 200 years or so, this absolutely powerful and artistic style of architecture just flourished across the Indian subcontinent. It was grand, it was ambitious, and man, it left a mark on the landscape that you can still see plain as day. And that style, of course, is Mughal architecture. Now, what's so cool about it is that it's not just one thing. It's this incredible fusion, a mix of Persian, Islamic, and local Indian artistic styles all coming together. The buildings weren't just buildings, they were huge symbols of power, of incredible beauty, and an almost perfect sense of balance and harmony. So, what exactly makes a building Mughal? How can we spot its design DNA out in the wild? Well, it turns out there's a very clear blueprint. Let's break down its identity. Here it is, the essential checklist for Mughal design. It all starts with those massive, iconic domes and those super elegant pointed arches. Everything, and I mean everything, is built around this obsession with perfect symmetry. You'll always see these tall, slender minarets reaching up to the sky, and these amazing gardens laid out in a special four-part style called charbagh. And if you look closer, you'll find this delicate, intricate latticework known as jali. The whole thing is brought to life with two signature materials, that rich red sandstone and brilliant white marble. And let's just zoom in on that garden idea for a second, the charbagh. This wasn't just a park, it was a very specific Persian-style design, where the garden is split by walkways or water into four perfectly symmetrical smaller gardens. The whole idea was to represent a kind of paradise on earth, totally ordered and beautiful.
So now that we have the blueprint, let's take a look at how these elements came together to create some of the most famous buildings in history. These are the absolute masterpieces of the past. This timeline really shows you how the style just got better and better. It started in the 16th century with these early masterpieces like Humayun's tomb. But by the 17th century, it hit its absolute peak, with buildings that everybody knows, the breathtaking Taj Mahal and the mighty Red Fort. This was, without a doubt, the golden age of Mughal architecture.
Okay, now for the really fun part. Let's connect the dots from the past right to the present. We're going to see how that exact same blueprint shows up, sometimes in subtle ways, and sometimes really obviously, in the buildings all around us today. First up, let's focus on one of the most recognizable features of all, the dome. It's grand, it's majestic, it's a true symbol of power. And here it is, the connection in real life. On one side, you have probably the most famous dome on the planet, the Taj Mahal, and on the other, the dome of Rashtrapati Bhavan, the Indian presidential palace. The influence is so direct, you can't miss it. It was designed that way on purpose, to echo that same feeling of imperial power and grandeur.
All right, next on our list is another key player that made the journey into modern times, that elegant pointed arch. And this is where things get really interesting, because we see how the idea adapts. In the past, these huge arches were at the very heart of buildings like Humayun's tomb. Today, that same beautiful shape is used to create a feeling of luxury and history in modern hotels and resorts. The job of the arch has changed, but that iconic look lives on. And finally, let's look at a more intricate detail, the jali, that latticed stone screen. It's more than just pretty. It was a brilliant way to create privacy and even cool the air. And this comparison brings the influence right into our own houses. What started as a clever, functional piece in massive forts to get a breeze going and create shade is now a super popular decorative feature in modern homes. We see it all the time as partitions and screens, adding that little touch of timeless style. So when you put all of these pieces together, it becomes so clear that this isn't just about ancient history. We are talking about a true living legacy. And this is really the main takeaway. Mughal architecture was never just frozen in time. It didn't just end up in a museum. Instead, it's proven to be this incredibly dynamic and flexible design language that architects and designers are still inspired by today. And that's why its legacy is all around us, hiding in plain sight. From the domes on government buildings to the arches in hotels, from the jolly screens in our homes to the very layout of public parks, it's a design language that is still actively shaping our world.
So the next time you walk past a building with a grand dome or a beautiful arch, you'll see it in a whole new light. You'll know the centuries of history it's connected to. And that leaves us with one last thought. As we start designing the cities of tomorrow, what more can we learn from those timeless ideas of beauty, balance, and innovation that were handed down to us from the past?